All right, so we are live, and today we will be, kind of trying to modify Hashlips art engine or writing some useful scripts to get some work done around NFT. So what I'm gonna do is just let me quickly put a alarm because I have something to do. 11:35 p.m. Okay, so let's post it. Let's post the link somewhere so that people can join. And let's put it out. And this is Stream Saturday. So let's just do this. Let's minimize this. And what we're going to do is to go. Where is this? Okay. Let's put it here. And okay, let's just post it somewhere. Open Discord in browser. Let's do this at everyone. I am live. Drop by and say hi. Okay, so let's close Slack. Okay, let's put it. Awesome, let me just post it on WhatsApp as well. So I will quickly change it to waiting, and I will quickly open WhatsApp and post it. So okay, it is done, and let me verify. All right, and we can proceed. Let's see media source. Let's change it to scene now. Okay. Let me just use earphone, or is it fine? All right, so what are we working on? We are trying to write some helpful scripts to get some work done around NFTs, and I'll tell you what we are working on in a moment. So let's take a look. First of all, you have this build folder which contains two directories. You have all of your NFTs in PNG format and the JSON file. So yep, and these JSON files contains the metadata of each NFT. And so what we want is to this build folder is actually generated by a program called Hashlips art engine, which generates the metadata in NFT. After that, we need to replace the IPFS URL. They have a feature to directly do it, but the thing is we need to deploy every single NFT before doing it. And we also need to create a provenance hash, which is just a map that keeps track of key value pairs. So first NFT is this, second NFT is this. So if you got third NFT, that means you will get an NFT with an artifact URI of this. So it basically represents that you will get this NFT in the future. So that's one thing. And yep, let me just do this and put this thing here. So what we are currently working on, we are trying to figure out how to deploy these metadata. And so far what we have done, you can see, let me just document this, a function to return file names in folder. Then you create IPFS object. So we are creating a provenance hash. We are deploying all of the files in build/images directory, and then we are adding this key value pair, where key is actually the name of the file, and we're changing the .png to empty string, so you'll just get the number. And then we are, the value is actually the CID, which is what we are getting after deploying it, after uploading the content to IPFS. So that's it. Hey, hello. And talking about the metadata, so this is what's happening. In the JSON file, you'll find the metadata for every single NFT. And what we are doing is, we are first of all reading all documents from the JSON folder, and then we are actually modifying certain parameters in the metadata. So essentially we're modifying the artifact URI, display URI, and thumbnail URI to these IPFS, and then colon // and then finding the corresponding CID from the provenance hash map. And then we are just writing the file, so basically updating the metadata. That's it. So now what we have to do is, we need to upload the metadata folder to IPFS and get the base IPFS path. So hey, hello, algorithm XD. Okay, nice name. Save to IPFS. Hey guys, so what we are working on is, we're trying to modify Hashlips art engine. So if you do not know what it is, it's a program that generates like NFT for you. So our task for this stream is to upload these NFTs to IPFS. Well, are they same? No. And modify the metadata to put the actual content ID, and then we are going to deploy the whole metadata folder to IPFS as well. So far this is what we have done. I have explained it. So let's take a look. Now we need to deploy the whole folder. So we are going through IPFS-http client examples directory, examples repository, and it contains some example. So right, and this is the thing, add file to IPFS and wrap it into a directory to keep the original file name. This is what we need. So what they are doing here is this. Let's see. Save IPFS file with file name. Okay, I'm just going to copy this function. Sync save. Okay. I could do it actually, but const file sync file name, and then this. All right, so now we can directly use it and see how it works. So what I'm gonna do is, let's try to run it, save IPFS file to path, and then we can specify the file. So okay, let's try to do this. So it just takes an array and it does this. So instead of this, what I'm gonna do is remove this and just take the file. So let's specify this to build slash JSON slash one dot JSON. So this is what we have. Let's see, node dot slash provenance hash. So we get an error. Yeah, it's not gonna work. They're referencing the IPFS. So this is fine. We have IPFS object here. Let's run it again. We are still getting errors. Source is not async iterable. What is that? Yeah, it should be await. Source is not async iterable. Line 30. File of source. What is source? IPFS.add file details and option, and of this file of source. Why are we using await here? There's no need. Wait a second, what is happening? What is source returning here? Let's just console log. Console log. By the way, I will actively stream now because I got stable internet connection. So you can see, let's leave it. So what I'm gonna do here is to run it again and see what are we going to get. It's a promise, and when you do await, this is what we get. One second, why are we getting this received thing? We need to log other information as well. Source, let's do this. Okay, so this is what it is returning. An object which contains path, CID, and size. And this is the CID. I'm not getting it. Yep. Now what you are doing is iterating over the map, logging the file, and okay, this dot sat state, this is something we can't do. Edit file hash. So it is still giving me the same information. I need to deploy the whole folder and not just the specific thing. So far what we have done is, let me just show you. If I check this CID, what is this? /1 /1.json. I need to figure it out how to do it. Add files to IPFS and wrap it in a directory to keep the original file name. Save IPFS with file name cid.toString. The path that we get here is an empty string. Is there any other information we can specify? Okay, the progress is because of this path and file. Okay, content is not file, it's just a string. File.name. Now, what does it take then? What is file? Can we see where are you calling it? Even not target.files. Okay, this is what you get. We need to read the file. So we'll do file.name and file.content. And we're gonna read a file. So let's say read dot slash build slash json slash one dot json. And let's see if we can do it with GitHub Copilot. Const read file. 1 second. Const 1 second. All right, you know what? I will have to take a break so we can do this. And Hey dude, I was just, eating. That's why I just take a small break. No, you're not late. We just started streaming. I was on a break, was trying to eat. I was eating food. So, let me tell you what we are working on so that you can get an idea and, can enjoy stream more. So, there is one project which is called Hashlips Art Engine. And what it does, it's basically, this is a project written in Node. And what it does, it takes the images from these folders. So for example, in the background, you have a black image. And if you go to the layers, you can have multiple eye colors, for example, green. And basically what it does, it creates an image based on these layers. And it will put it in a folder called build. So if I show you right here, this is what it will generate. So these are the images that are generated based on layers, right? And this is how generative art, which is like generative art NFTs, are created. So if you have seen NFT collections, that's how they are generated. And then there is an information around the image. So you can see this is the information around the first image, a name, description, and an artifact URI. So artifact URI is basically it's IPFS path, so you don't directly host it in your centralized server. So you need to host it on IPFS because that is decentralized. So what we are trying to do is it doesn't deploy it, it doesn't upload the images to IPFS right out of the box. So I'm trying to write a script in Node to do it for me. So it basically takes the images from this folder. It creates a provenance hash file. Provenance hash is just a JSON file that's a map which tracks the number of the image to its IPFS path or the CID. So this is the content IDs. It's like the hashed. This is like the hash which is representing the image, and you can use this to access the image. So if I show you this, I can go to any public IPFS node and I can paste this, and we are getting an error. 1 second. Why are we getting an error? Okay, I get it. Oh, okay. So I need to remove this thing, and you will see it contains the email. So this is how it works, and what we are trying to do is to, you know, automate this process. So this is what I'm doing, and I will be just back in 5 seconds. Give me 5 seconds. Mental health. Where's my mental health?
पानी नहीं पीते खाने के बाद गोलू बन जाओगे.
Okay. All right, so I'm back. Let me do one thing. I can actually copy this, paste it here, do this, and put it here so that I know about the live chat and people who are there. Well, people rarely watch my stream. So sad, but I can actually get the information this way. Oh man, this is so stupid. Manually aligning the window. Can feel my pain. This is live chat, so let's make it big, and this is cool. All right, let's just do it. Okay, so this is what we are trying to do so far. What we have done. So let me tell you how far we have gone. So if I paste this, I copy this piece of code. So it basically takes all the images from here, it uploads them to IPFS, then it, keep track of their hash and their key, and then it write it into this file called provenancehash.json, and then it takes the metadata from this folder JSON, and then it reads the content, parse it, and then it takes the IPFS URL which was stored in this IPFS provenance hash. Then it modifies the artifact URI, display URI, and thumbnail URI to this IPFS path, and then we write it again. So it is working. If I show you provenance hash, by the way, what are you working on nowadays? Provenance hash, and this is what you will get in a moment. Alright, so you can see these images are getting uploaded and the content is getting modified. Right, now what we want to do is, once you modified all the metadata, now we want to deploy this whole folder to IPFS. That's our task to do, and that's what I'm trying to figure out, how to upload an entire folder to IPFS. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I will be back in 2 more minutes. Okay, I'm not going to explain what I'm doing again now. Okay. Sorry, it's path, and now we can pass the file object. Let's try this out. Source is this. Source is not a sync iterable. I'm not sure why are we doing this actually. We don't need this. But it's not giving me the information that I need. This is the CID, but Where is a public node? If we see this, read file, we're reading this file, and this is what the content is, and the path. But this doesn't work for some reason. 648. 1 second, can I figure out that thing? YouTube live chat in OBS. There is the CSS file that we can use. So basically what OBS allows us to do is to directly put the content. Oh wait, I didn't change it. So what we can do is click here, browser, and let's do live chat. And now what we can do is, okay, we can post the link here. So I'm just gonna copy, paste it, and then width height, there's something we can change. Use a custom frame rate, and this custom CSS is something we need to look at. So let's see, Windows support. Is there any CSS that I can take? Let's see. Can I directly look CSS? Yeah, YouTube live chat presets. Remove background. Can you just give me all? This will remove the background. Let's see. If I paste it here, click OK. Oh, nice. It does work. Well, we need to change a lot of things. Let's see. Then this will make that chat only show up, nothing else. All right, can I change the CSS? I should just take this and try to put it somewhere first. Let's see, temp.css. What is this? I pasted this, then I pasted this. And what I'm gonna do now is to take this. This will remove all the profile picture from the messages. I did this and that's it. Awesome. So I'm just gonna take this and replace it. Click OK. And what is this? We need dark mode. I can't see anything. So if you want dark mode, there are workarounds. Change this to gaming.youtube.com. Okay, this is interesting. So what I'm gonna do is, let's see, gaming.youtube.com. Oh yeah, it works. So let's just say let's handle this. Oh, okay. But still, the problem here is, let's put it on the top. It looks nice. Let's see if it works. If I do trying to set live chat in OBS, if I send it, where's my message? No. Welcome to chat. Remember to guard whatever. I need to somehow remove it as well. Let's see. Inspect. Pop out, pop out, pop out. Yep. Alright, so now let's just try to find this. Yes, this exactly. This is the class here, and let's remove it. So what we're going to do is boom, it's gone. So that's what we need, and let's add it over here first. So what is this? It's a card. So we can look for this hashtag card, and actually we should do this and then dot style scope dot live chat render and then do display none. So now what we can do is, let's do this, increase this to 1200 by 600. Yeah, this is no 600. Let's just do 1200 by 1200. Paste it and let's do okay. Awesome, it is much better. Now what we can do is we need to set this here. We'll do this, and I'm hoping you guys can see the messages now. Yep, this is much better, and I need to reduce the height actually. Okay, we can do it by saying it's a 600. Okay. Now I should reduce the width more to around 1000. Now this is so bad. Let's do 1200. Okay, let's try this out. But we still, okay, this is what we are looking at. Does it look okay? Let's first of all unscroll, like go all the way here. Let's reduce it, the width to be, I don't know, like 400. But still, dude, okay. Now this is fine. And also do this. Awesome. So now you can see this, and I'm just going to reduce the width even more to around 200. Not gonna open, but still it's like cutting instead of making it. All right, and we can reduce the height to 300. Yeah, this is nice. Now, how can I see the live chats now? Hey, if I do something. Okay. Cool, let's leave it. And see where we were. How can I upload a folder? It's not working. File.name, file. This is the content. Save to IPFS with file name. This is path. So let's try this out one more time. And oh man, it's still the same. I'm not sure what is getting stored here. If I see any path, we have this. Okay. This is what happening. So this thing right over here, it's storing this, which contains the metadata. So this is stupid. If I see what it is, you will see this is the metadata, and then this is again another thing. How to fix it? Right, how to fix it? You do this, the content and the path. And then you are adding it, and then options. I should look into the add function. What does it take? The options, which is add options, and the add option is this chunker, CID version, hash algorithm, pin, progress, preload, block concurrency. It's also extending the award options. No. So can I just do one here? If I check here, this is what we are getting. I need to quickly do it. It's taking a lot of time. Even target files. Edit file hash. This is edit file hash, which contains the files cid.toString. No, this is bad. I'm not sure. Let's see. Let's look at add. IPFS.add. Add all. Add. Can I look at options? Not this. usage glob source API. Add is only using here and here. Let's just look. I think the issue you're trying to call functions from FS module client side rather than server side. Add from file system. Do they have this file? Get only one hash for it. I don't know. Let's see. Add from file system or recursive. Upload file via browser. IPFS.files.mkdir, and then this. No, this is not what we want. I can directly upload it using Pinata, but that's not what we want. Read all files. Once you read the file, path content in M time. Path is this relative path original replace to this. Content is this array of files, not push. Get all files, IPFS client, root folder, add root item, get all files, and then you are directly putting the files. And the get all files return an array which contains this. Right. Let's see how can we do this one. File details, we don't need this information. Or maybe we do. What I'm gonna do is do files dot, we're gonna take files dot for each file. So let's just take all the code, put it here. Now let's do this. Let's create the files. So we'll do const all metadata get files in, so it will return all the files there. And now what I can pass here is all metadata. Alright, we need to read it as well. So what we're going to do is dot map async file and say read the file. So it will automatically do it. No, const metadata is equals to await plus dot read file. Once you have the metadata, we don't want to parse it. All we really need to do is to return okay. All we really have to do is return this information, which contains the name, which is the file, and the metadata, no, content. Right, so we'll do all metadata. It's a function, and we don't need await, I guess. We have an error. Await source. Unexpected reserve keyword. What's the problem? If you are just going to print this, you will get an error. Like I said, all metadata is not a function, dude. It's not a function. Come on. Wait. Still. Source promise. Yeah, I get it. So what I'm gonna do now is you are doing await here. Can't you just do here wait and then source? What is this? Oh, this is bad. Then you do a sync, await, and return all metadata. What is this? Let's see. Oh man, this is bad. Where is all? Okay, this is bad. When you are doing all metadata, content to be metadata. It's returning promise. All metadata. Save to IPFS with file name. Get all the files. This is fine. When we started mapping over them, then we are reading the file. Is this a good idea to parse the metadata first and then provide it as a content to write it? Source, promise, whatever, await. For some reason, await is causing error. Why? I have no clue. We are using await here, obviously. All metadata, if I take a look, then I think the issue must be in all metadata. Right, it's a list of promises. Okay, this is bad. All metadata. It's not printing it. Yeah, the problem here is in this. Let's delete it and we should not get any issue now. We are getting error. Unexpected input cannot convert type of input into import candidate. No, this is not good way. You get all the files and then you pass all the files directly. Okay. So you don't do this. We'll do files. And then the other thing is option, which is, I don't know, pin to. That's what they are providing. Let's see, pin to be true. Then let's remove this thing. Let's remove this thing. Let's remove this thing. You're just doing this, and let's say console log source await here. Dot map sync file. Then you read the file in metadata. All metadata gets printed, and when you are calling this, it returns an error. Multiple items passed. If you're using IPFS.add, please specify. Okay, please do add all. Add all. In this get files, it returns an array which contains path, content, .json. What happened? Why are we getting this? No, we don't want that. Then while saving everything to this, we need to get the source. A sync generator. Let's remove the progress. Unexpected enough JSON input where JSON file. What is this? The second one doesn't have. Oh man, this is bad. Where is the metadata? What happened to our metadata? Okay, this is bad. What I'm gonna do is take the metadata again, take the build folder again, and put it here. So I'm just gonna delete this build folder, take this build folder and put it here. Add folder to workspace, copy folder. Let's run it. We should get the metadata that we need. And we did get it. Now what we're going to do is What is this? There's some sort of problem with the metadata. Oh, maybe there's a bug in our code which we're not understanding. Second, let me delete it. Copy folder, and if we just comment this portion out and run it, we currently have the required metadata, right? So this is cool. Let's delete this file here. So we're going to read all the file names, log all the file names, then create all metadata which returns an array. We are mapping on this, and then we are parsing the metadata, creating this and returning this object. And now we're just gonna console log all metadata. One second. Let's see. And it should not affect the metadata. Currently we do have in every file, and we still have it. All metadata file name, all metadata returning is this provenance hash. All metadata is this. Next we'll create a main logic. This is the full script. File and then result, root item. Can we do promise dot how to resolve all? I forget what the syntax is. Okay, promise dot all. It's a list of promises. Let's see. Yep, all. No, it's a big promise now. Do we have to wait for it? Yeah. So we do await. Oh man, I think the folder messed up again. I don't know why this is happening. This is so bad. Why it is happening? Is this because of this line called pin to be true? Right over here, save file, but we're not executing it, so it shouldn't be an issue. Okay, that can be an issue. It is working fine. All metadata is, yeah, it is also fine. If we see this, don't tell me it's gonna cause an issue. This is fine. Provenance hash. Okay, it's not logging the source. Why? Oh, passing this. Sync generator. Why it is returning a generator object? Okay, is it just because the source is a contains like hash for multiple files? That's why they are returning a generator. Now let's see. Let's figure out how to handle generators in JavaScript. Result. You added all the files IPFS file.cp root item to the root folder. How to handle a sync generator. For a weight of syntax. This is what you do to handle that. Okay, that was the reason why they had it. So let's just do this for file a of source, and we're just going to console log. What's the issue? Let's see. Oh, it's still gone. What is wrong? Source, this is fine. Normalize candidate multiple. Let's see. Unexpected input object. What recursive now n to be true? Let's try this out. We will still have to put the data because it's all gone. Okay, we have it here again, and if we run it, add all. There's just one thing about at all. The content of this repo has been moved to js-IPFS. Are we using an old version? Oh, this is so bad. This is so stupid. Oh, it's redirecting us to this file. Okay. We should use this then. Oh, IPFS core is what you install. We were working with this initially. Import something from so it's almost like 1.5 hours. Oh man, I just want to do this quickly. Do you have create? Do you have glob source? Okay. Oh, we don't install it again. Now we are having a lot of problems. Let's see first of all what is all metadata. It's not an options object. Come on. You know what? I think you can abuse this, so I'm not gonna provide anything, and it should work. Let's remove this and error input again. My metadata is messed up again for some reasons, and we're just going to put it here. Run it. What is this still? I just added the metadata. Okay, it's a different error. All metadata is this. Oh, we use a wait, that's fine, but it's not even printing something. Upload folder with IPFS score. Now, this is something that they offer. Can't use this. How to create a folder and upload it to this. You can only do it with IPNS. Dude, I want it in JavaScript. Oh, what? Are you serious? Oh, we're not reading the documentation. Wow, this UI looks so cool. And let's see. What, they have tutorials on it? Merkle DAG, structuring data for distributed web. Cat IPFS.create. Cat learn more. API. Pin object name files. Folder. Is that it? Seriously, I can't believe. Let's see if it is the case. What we are going to do is I will command this portion. We will do IPFS dot files dot mkdir. I finally found the answer. To only create a directory, do this. A full working example to create a directory and add a file to it at the same time. Okay, again the path content thing, and right. Oh, okay, it's exactly same thing actually. Create a variable with directory path and file awesome this with the content abc. Add the first file. Update the files variable to add another file. Add the second file. Function to add the files. Sync function. Const result of node. Okay. node.add. How many stars do you have? 3. Functions to add files. First is update the files variable to add another file to the directory in IPFS. To define the ensure that both IPFS core and their respective HTTP client libraries offer the same interface. Upload a file is more traditional way. Add from file system. Can we do this? Recursive. Okay, let's try this out. IPFS dot add from file system. Does it work? I can't see anything. Behold JSON recursive and pen. See await. Yeah, it's not a function. How are you accessing it? Add from file system. IPFS IPFS dot files dot. Yeah, it's not a function. Is this capital S? Yeah, it's still not a function. I don't know how they're handling it. Wow. Oh man. At this stage, I would just use Pinata to upload the folder. Come on. I can't figure this out. And tell me they have a nice website, but they don't have any documentation on the website. Wow. Tutorials, mutable file system, blogging on decentralized web. Well, this is something I would learn. Mutable file system. Oh, don't tell me. You want me to install IPFS files.stat. I can't figure this out. Files dot. You have mkdir to create a directory. Wow. Let's see what mkdir does. Paths must start with a leading slash. This is what you're talking about. Oh man. So yeah, we will continue this in a while. Maybe not.